The Rebbe in the Hakdon of Vayol Moshe says, when he speaks on page Ches there in the Hakdon.
He says this again in mevatel, the same thing.
Yeah, mevatel. So in Vayol Moshe, page Ches in the Hakdama, he speaks about that Moshiach will not come until the state is gone. It says, Ein ben David ba ad sheyich l'malchus hazal Yisrael. Right? It's in Hedron Sadi Ches. And then he says right after that, and we need Rachmei Shemayim, that the state should disappear from Eze Koyach Milmala, from some heavenly power, V'lo al yidei umois, but not through the nations, because if it will come through the nations, if it will come through the Arabs, then there'll be Jews killed. That's what the Rebbe says. So, in another place, in a few places actually, in Divrei Yoel, Rebbe speaks about the same idea, and he says that the Medina will be batel through Moshiach Titkenu. When Moshiach comes, he'll be mevatel the Medina. So, here's what I asked then. First of all, when Moshiach comes, Moshiach can't come till the Medina is gone. So you hear the problem here. Moshiach can't come till the Medina is gone, but how's the Medina going to go away? Only from Moshiach. So Moshiach has to come, be mevatel the Medina, but Moshiach can't come. So how do you get off the ground?
That's right.
This is the problem I had with it. So then, when we learned it, mitoich adoichak, I had no other answer. I said maybe the Rebbe was chayzer. I found one of the Divrei Yoel was written in 1956 before Vayol Moshe. So I said, well, maybe then he held it with Mashiach, but later on in 59 when he wrote Vayol Moshe, then he said, okay, Mashiach can't do it because he can't come. So therefore, it must be koyach milmala, some other power of Hashem. But chayr, that's not a good answer, because if you look around, you see that the different Divrei Yoels are not all written in 56. There's a few of them. There's a Divrei Yoel Parshas Boy, a Divrei Yoel Parshas Balak. There's a bunch of Divrei Yoels. I believe Parshas, I can't remember what it is now, but there's a few Divrei Yoels. So the question is, and even in the Dibras Kodesh from Tafshin Chav Zayin, which is for sure after Vayol Moshe, which is on the same year as wrote this sefer, there he also says Mashiach will be mevatel Medina. The point is that you can't say my teretz. You have to say that maybe Mashiach coming will be two stages. There's Bias HaMashiach, the appearance of Mashiach, like the Rebbe says in Vayol Moshe Siman Mem, that Mashiach is going to come even if the Yidden don't do tshuva, but the Geula will only happen with tshuva. It says Ein Yisrael Nigal Imel B'tshuva. So it means Mashiach might come before they do tshuva, but then when they do tshuva, then he'll do the Geula. So same thing over here. There could be two stages in Bias HaMashiach. First, Mashiach will come to be mevatel the Medina, but then he won't actually do the Geula until the Medina is gone. That's what you have to say to answer up that stira. Because you'll say the Rebbe in Vayol Moshe also meant Mashiach. Mashiach can't come. The answer is he'll come to be mevatel it. The only question I have is then, if Mashiach can't come until Medina is batel, but you're seeing that he's the one to be mevatel it, he could come. So in what way is the Medina holding up Bias HaMashiach? You know what I'm asking now? That's a different question. How is the Medina stopping Mashiach from coming? Because Mashiach can't come while there's a state, because Ein ben David ba, but if Ben David is the one to be mevatel it, he could come. He could come and be mevatel it. So how is the Medina stopping him from coming? So that kasha I'm blind in Tzarchian right now. And then the other kasha that people ask is that in this sefer Al Gula, in two places, we just saw right here one of them. He says that the United Nations is going to take care of the problem, and in Siman Mem Dalet, he's saying United Nations. So why did the Rebbe in Vayol Moshe not say the United Nations? You hear?
Yeah.
Yeah. So on that, the teretz has to be that he's saying if the Zionists would let the United Nations, if the Zionists would have a little seichel and they would value Jewish lives, they would call on the United Nations to help them. But since they're not going to do that, we know, you and I, everybody knows that the Zionists are not going to call the United Nations. That's the last thing they're going to do. So the United Nations helped them in 47. They're grateful for that. But after that, the United Nations is in the garbage. So they're not going to call them. So you know that the Medina is only going to be batel through Eisa Koyach Mumala. The other thing that I wanted to say over here is on this thing, the Rebbe says a Taina that even if you're a Zionist, but one Jewish life is for sure worth more than the state. Yeah?